Good evening, everyone. How the fuck are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty goddamn good. Wanted to take a little time tonight to shoot a hopefully kind of quick video reply to 2bsirius. Now, as I always do, I'm going to link the relevant videos in the Sarahan bar, so watch all the videos. Get yourself caught up. But just in case you're too lazy to do that, which I assume that at least 1/3 of you will be, I'll go ahead and summarize what I'm talking about here. In a nutshell, Jezuzfreek 777, let's not pretend you don't know who the fuck that is, made some really disturbing comments. To summarize, someone asked him in a question, I think it was one of his question videos a long ass time ago, someone asked him, if you were 100% convinced that God was instructing you to kill your child, would you do it? To which our favorite batshit insane fundamentalist, Jezuzfreek, replied, I hope that I would have strong enough faith to follow through, right? Which basically means, yes, I hope that I would have enough faith to kill my child, right? That was the statement. It's the Superfly did a couple of videos about this, during which he referred to Jezuzfreek as like troglodyte, subhuman, this and that, and it was a very emotionally charged, reactionary video, and so on and so forth. Basically, it's the Superfly had a very rational reaction to a very sick statement. And of course, 2bsirius took issue with that. Now, 2b, I'm just going to directly address you at this point. Sometimes when I'm watching your videos, I really don't know what to think. It's like watching a Yoke Up video. I'm not comparing you to Yoke Up. I'm just saying that when I'm watching his videos and I'm watching yours, I oftentimes find myself asking the similar questions, right? I'm sitting here and I'm going, really? Does she actually believe the silly shit that's coming out of her mouth right now? Does she really believe it, or is she just fucking with me? I really can't figure it out. But sadly, in your case, I think you are serious, right? 2b? I think you actually are serious. I think you really do believe the shit that comes out of your mouth, and I find it, in this particular situation, hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Now, in your video about It's the Superfly 2b, you express that you are just as outraged and sickened as any person should be by Jezuzfreek's statement. You understand that it's a fucked up thing to say. You understand that it's way off the charts. It's irrational, crazy bullshit, right? You get it. You said that. But your complaint is the reaction to that statement. Your complaint is that by calling Jezuzfreek subhuman and exchanging, how did you put it? Exchanging insults for irrationality won't really get us anywhere. It won't elevate, the level of conversation. It won't change anyone's mind. Let me see if I can find this quote here from your video. This is really amazing. You said, quote, using slurs like subhuman says there are no rational grounds to counter his absurdity. That is the dumbest fucking shit I think I've ever heard in my life. You're saying that hearing crazy, irrational shit, right? If you hear someone say something absolutely fucked up, right? Like, if I turned on my camera and said, I think that I would be willing to kill a large group of innocent people and steal their money if I was desperate for cash. You're saying that when you hear something that fucked up, that you're going to use the powers of rationality to change the mind of an obviously irrational human being. That's what you're telling me? You're telling me a guy about my age, 29, guy about Jezuzfreek's age, I think he's in his mid-30s, early to mid-30s, and he still says the shit that he does. You're telling me that you think, rather than react in this appalled manner and start calling him subhuman and saying that, hey, Jezuzfreek, fuck you, that's sick, you're crazy, you're saying that we should just try to make rational arguments and maybe we can turn things around. What you seem to be missing here is that a guy at Jezuzfreek's age who's commenting on homosexuality, his response to that is, well, there's always women. I mean, if you're gay, might not be what you want, but there's always women out there. Right? You're telling me that a guy that said he hopes that he would have enough faith to kill his child needs a good, healthy dose of polite rationality. That's what you're telling me. Are you high? Have you honestly smoked yourself fucking retarded? I need to know. I can't. He's done, 2B. This guy is fucking done with rationality. It's over. Don't you get it? Don't you understand that there are fucking people in this world that cannot be rationally argued to? They cannot be reasoned with. That has failed. It reminds me of that bumper sticker I used to see here and there around my... All else failed. It's over. Done. 1, 2, 3. Tap out. It's fucking over for Jezuzfreek. It's over. And I have to tell you that it's not irrational. It is not irrational to react to Jezuzfreek's statement the way It's the Superfly did. His statement was fucking appalling. It was appalling. There is no hope for this guy. It's over, 2B. Wake the fuck up. And you're right. You're right about one thing. Yelling at him and calling him names won't change his fucking mind. You're right about that. But neither will rational arguments. Rational arguments do not work on people like fucking Jezuzfreek 77 motherfucking 7. They just don't. They won't. If they did, he wouldn't still be saying shit like this. He's a grown fucking man, and he still says that crazy, absolute batshit, crazy fucking nut job shit. I'm sorry. It's absurd, 2B, to even complain about the manner in which someone reacts to absolute batshit crazy fucking statements. Who cares? I'll tell you what, though, Sunshine. I'll tell you what. If you think that your method's going to work better than It's the Superfly's, then, you know what? Be my guest. By all means. Go over to Jezuzfreek, send him a PM, and fucking sprinkle a little bit of that rationality on him, and see how far that fucking gets you. Stick to the ideas, 2B. Stick to the arguments. See how far you get with Jezuzfreek. I'm going to go ahead and spoil the ending for you. You're going to get nowhere. Okay? Stop fucking bitching about the way people talk and react to insane shit. That's a sick fucking thing to say. And if you really are sickened, if you really are appalled and outraged, what the fuck? Why don't you focus on what he said? Why don't you make a goddamn 6-minute video all about how sick that statement was? Do it in your polite way or whatever the fuck you think's gonna work, but focus on that. Fuck how people reacted. Of course they reacted in that way. It's a sick fucking thing to say. A rational, sane person, when they hear something like that, they react the way that the Superfly did. That's the sane way to react. You are living in a fucking dream world if you think your friendly little fucking sugar-coated rational arguments are going to work on somebody who abandoned all rationality years ago. But, yeah, I wanted to make that clear to you. If you really think your method is superior, then fucking use it. Use it. Make a video to Jezuzfreek and give it a shot. You let me know how that went, though. You be sure to do that, okay? Fucking crazy. Alright, that's all. I'm done with my rant for the night. Watch the other videos in the Sarah Hunt part. Good night, guys. Peace.